This is the Tecno Spark 8 and it is Victor here again, finally. It's been quite a while, a lot has been going on in my life and I just needed time to iron out some things. Guys, thank you all for over 15,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful. Thank you for still watching my videos even when I wasn't available to reply and interact with comments and chats. I am a little stable now and I promise that I will be focused. So without further ado, let's get back to Tecno Spark 8. It's not a new story that Transsion Holdings has got a strong grip and share in the Nigerian smartphone market and even Africa at large. This is because they offer very decent smartphones at a very affordable price backed with their aggressive marketing. The Tecno Spark 8 is no exception, but at the time of making this video, there is no aggressive marketing yet for this phone. Tecno silently released the Tecno Spark 8 without any launch and the usual fanfare, packing 2 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage space, 5000 mAh battery, 720p display and an 8-core processor running at 1.8 GHz. It's already very obvious what this new Tecno Spark 8 smartphone is trying to be. It's intended for the average and moderate phone users and not for power users. I got this unit at a store in my city for 57,800 naira or $130 and in this video we will inspect and review this device. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are not and don't hesitate to ring the bell to be notified when I post another video like this one. One very distinguishing feature you would notice once you see the new Tecno Spark 8 is the short box, which really looks good and premium. I love the color and texture of the box. But beyond the box, what's in the box? Does its content also feel and look premium? We were just about to find out. So, sliding the box open reveals the phone itself wrapped in an orange plastic cover. Setting that apart and digging into the other compartment reveals a soft TPU case that has a matte or frosted glass kind of texture on the sides and a glossy texture everywhere else. I also like how it adds the Man City logo at the back of the phone once applied. I'm sure Manchester City fans will like this one. Probing further down the box, we have a 13-month warranty from Tecno on this device. There is a 10 watts charger down here which is acceptable considering the class of this device. There is a USB-A to micro USB cable for charging and file transfer, then a pair of earphones and a SIM ejection tool. And that's basically all that came in this beautiful box. Back to the phone, and unwrapping it reveals a 6.5 HD display with a center teardrop notch. And there is already a screen protector applied and it looks like it will last and really protect the screen. The frame and back are made of very glossy material and the color we have here is called turquoise cyan. It is really reflective. Tecno didn't just make a phone, they made a mirror. This is really glossy and as such it is a serious dirt and finger smudge magnet. You are better off with the included case. On the back is a big Tecno branding. I believe Tecno is trying to make a bold statement here, just that it was too bold. It's still a statement anyway. Stop at nothing. Trust me, Tecno is stopping at nothing. The Tecno Spark 8 features an empty space on top. The left edge holds the SIM card tray. The right edge has the up and down volume buttons and the power button. The bottom side features a microphone, a micro USB port. So much for stopping at nothing. There's also a 3.5mm headphone jack here, but the speakers are missing. We'll get to that in the later section. The back holds 2 cameras, a quad LED flashlight system and a fingerprint reader all enclosed in a gigantic square mount, which is a fresh design coming from Tecno and we've seen nothing like this from them. I believe this is a new design language that we will see in other models coming out soon, especially their more expensive lineup like the Tecno Camon 18 coming out very soon. Fingers crossed. The display is a 6.5 inches 720p IPS panel which houses the 8-megapixel selfie camera. There are 2 flashlights flushed into the top edge of the display for charging notification and photography. The display is what we would expect from an entry-level phone. It produces vibrant colors and doesn't have a sharpening effect on it. On YouTube, you can stream video at 1080p resolution for even better content consumption. The display gets bright enough for everyday use but not for Sahara Desert use. Still, it's a decent display for this class. Tecno Spark 8 supports 2G, 3G and 4G networks including the dreaded LTE band 28 as well as LTE bands 1, 3, 7, 8 and 20. The Spark 8 can be unlocked using a pin, pattern, fingerprint or facial recognition. Setting up the biometrics was a quick and easy one. The fingerprint sensor is accurate and fast enough. The face recognition is not so fast but does the job if you try, although it suffers at night. The only challenge I had was always missing the spot because of the abnormally large mount containing the sensor. Powering the Spark 8 is the MediaTek Helio P22 CPU along with 2 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage. This is quite disappointing regardless of the fact that it's meant to be a budget offering. But come on, MediaTek P22 celebrated its 4th year anniversary in May of 2021. Tecno using an old processor like this on a modern smartphone really hits differently. They are really stopping at nothing. Alright, spec-wise I might be disappointed, but when it comes to real-life experience, the experience is what to expect from a device like this. Apps take a moment to open and can crash when you have more apps open, therefore making this phone a bad multitasker. It is very clear that the Tecno Spark 8 wasn't built for speed or performance or any of those things. I can't install Asphalt 9 here. I tried to do that and searched for Asphalt 9 on Google Play Store, but it didn't get results showing the app because it can't run on this phone. However, I saw Call of Duty Mobile. I started the installation of the 3.3GB Call of Duty app, but I got an error message at 3.2GB that the installation cannot be completed. It stopped at nothing. The Tecno Spark 8 has a 5000 mAh battery that is more than enough for a long day of modest and responsible use. With the included 10 watts charger, it takes about 3 hours to get to 100% from zero. When you plug the charger into the phone, one of the flashlights on the front flashes to indicate that charging has started. Battery power or battery life shouldn't be a challenge here considering the low power consumption of this phone because of the low res display and limited processing power, and even the aggressive power optimization by Tecno with their ultra power saving and power boost features. The 5000 mAh battery is one of the biggest strengths of this device. Tecno knows this and they have flaunted it on the back of the phone. The Tecno Spark 8 has no down-firing loudspeaker. It gets all audio output from the top earpiece speaker, the same one you use for phone calls. It's audible when playing music but not rich in terms of audio quality, but you still hear what the singer is singing and what the speaker is speaking. Don't worry about what the bass guitarist is doing. You might not hear that except of course with a pair of quality earphones. There is a dual camera setup on the back enclosed in a very large rectangular mount that consists of a main 60MP sensor. On the front is an 8MP selfie shooter in the water drop notch display. These are daytime picture samples from the rear camera. These are low light indoor picture samples from the rear camera. These are video samples from the rear camera. So guys, this is the video coming out from the rear camera of the Tecno Spark 8, and it can only shoot video up to 1080p. There's no 4K here, no electronic or optical image stabilization. And we are going to turn over to the other side, the front camera right now. We are on the front side of the Tecno Spark 8, and this is the camera quality. This is also the audio quality. The audio quality should be the same with what's on the rear. So no image stabilization. Max resolution here is still 1080p, and this is what you get. Dynamic range, that is what you get. Alright guys, I'll see you in the remaining part of the review. These are daytime picture samples from the selfie camera. These are low light indoor picture samples from the selfie camera. For the most part, the Tecno Spark 8 is a low-budget smartphone that offers the Android 11 and iOS experience with a decent spec sheet as shown in this video. The Spark 8 poses to be a solid device, keeping in mind the budget category this phone is in. Just over 4 months after its predecessor, the Tecno Spark 7 was released, the Tecno Spark 8 is already available for purchase. The smartphone has a new design and better specs, however, it lacks the bells and whistles that were promised. It also falls short of the Tecno Spark 7P, and we may see an 8P model of the Tecno Spark 8 in the future. Fingers crossed. Please subscribe if you're not, leave a comment and a thumbs up, and I will see you when I see you in the next one. Bye.